Hello and welcome to the channel. I hope you are well. Today we're going to tie a nymph, and it is the blue rabbit nymph. Now I have extolled the virtues of this particular part of rabbit hair before. I first started using it in the 1990s. If you recall, some of you may have seen the video about the cove nymph, where I used the blue rabbit. Now the blue rabbit is this part below here. This is just a normal patch of rabbit skin. Now what I do, I use the top part for a hair mix, and then I use this lower part for the blue rabbit nymph, cove nymph, and that type of fly. So let's get into the tying. I have a size 14 light nymph hook in the vise, and it has a 3.3 black or nickel bead, which I'm just going to set. I'm using 8/0 black thread. Now one of the major properties of this particular part of the rabbit fur is not just the colour, but also its softness, which means that it has a great deal of movement. Right, let's tie it in, just cut off the excess. And the tail is coq de lion, and I'm going to use these fibres for the tail. I suppose there's probably about 10 there. It's quite a healthy towel. I'll take those off and tie them in. Just pull it back a little bit to length there and tie that down. And trim off the excess. Now the rib is a silver wire. This is a fine silver wire. I'll just break off a length for tying in. And tie that in at the rear of the shank. And tie it down. And back down to the rear of the fly. Right, now as I use this quite a lot, I have some already in my dubbing mix here, and I'm just going to dub on a nice noodle. And as I said before, this is really a nice soft dubbing. Just extend that a little bit, thin it out. Right, and wind it on, keeping it as tight as you can. Building it up a little bit at the front of the fly. And then we're going to wind on the rib. And tie off the rib. That should helicopter off. Right, now I'm going to brush out the rabbit fur just a little. As I said, this is very soft, and so it is very flexible and moves in the water. Right, now I'm going to add a collar of the same material, and I will also brush that out. Now we all know about the movement that you get from CDC. Well, you will get a similar movement from this blue rabbit. That's enough. Take that piece off and tie it off. And trim up. Right, now let's just brush out this collar. Now, as I said, I first discovered this little secret of mine back in the 90s, but I've used it regularly as a nymph, and especially at the beginning of the season. And this extra movement has proved quite successful. It's not something you see very often, in the sense that this blue fur is not normally taken as an individual tying material, but it's certainly worth having a few of these in your box. Hope you enjoyed the tying, and if you're not already a subscriber, hit the bell, become a subscriber. Don't forget to turn on your community notifications so you can get updates on forthcoming tyings, competitions, lucky draws, etc. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for viewing. Bye.